In this video I'm showing how to replace the TPMS sensors on a 2016 Ford F-150. I had been getting this message for a while of tire pressure monitor fault, and when I would navigate through the menus to driver assist and then tire pressure, none of the readings were showing like they used to, so it seemed like all the sensors had finally gone dead. The shop quoted me $120 per tire to fix this, which seemed outrageous, so I decided to look into doing it myself. It was a little bit of hard work, but it wasn't too complicated, so I'll just jump right into it. Since I started by removing the rear driver's side wheel, I chalked the wheel on the front passenger side. The owner's manual recommends using this U-bolt plate as one of the jack points for the rear. I lifted the truck up enough to get the tire off, and then sat it down on a jack stand. I used an impact to remove the lug nuts, and then took the tire off. Alright, so the first tool that I had to buy was this valve core removal tool. I'll leave links down below in the description for all the tools I used. This one was pretty cheap. It was about $5 from Amazon. It just works like a screwdriver. You stick it inside of the valve stem and then turn to the left to take the core out. Just be careful to hold your fingers over the valve stem so you can catch it and keep it from flying out of there. With the valve stem core removed, the tire will drain air quickly without you having to hold something on it to keep releasing pressure. I never had a reason to remove one of these before, but it's pretty nifty. This is all there is to this part, and you can see how the removal tool fits together with the valve stem core so that you can screw it in or out of the valve stem. Alright, so the next tool that I didn't have on hand and had to purchase for this job is the bead buster. At $100, this thing was kind of pricey and I didn't love buying it, but it made such a huge difference that I couldn't see trying to do this job again without it. There are other videos on the internet where folks use the tire jack against the truck to break the bead. I made a brief attempt at using that method, but it is super sketchy. Having one of the wheels off and the truck up in the air on a jack stand made this way too dangerous. I guess if you're really determined to go this route, you could put the spare on and lower the truck back down and jack against it that way. But all that's a lot of work to do to just avoid using the right tool for the job. Alright, so the way that I use the bead buster is I sprayed some soapy water on the tire to help it slide in place. Then I pushed the foot of the bead buster down between the tire and the rim. I used my impact on one of the lower settings to tighten the clamp down. You'll want to try to have the bead buster straight up and down. If it's tilted too far towards the tire, then it'll slide off. And if it's tilted too far towards the rim, then the ram foot could dig into it. So just try to have it straight up and down. Then I just used my impact again on one of the lower settings to push the ram foot. And you can see here that the bead of the tire made it to the other side of the retainer. At this point you could move the bead buster and repeat these steps on another section of the tire. But let's be real, we're American men here. This is our time to shine. Here we get our first look at the TPMS sensor. It's just this little component attached to the inside of the valve stem. We're done with the bead buster for now, so I back the bolts up to take it off and get it out of the way. Alright, so on to our TPMS sensor transplant. I bought these replacement sensors off of Amazon. I've never heard of Aclong before. I assume it's some China brand, but it was $30 for a 4-pack, so I figured why not. It included 4 replacement sensors and 4 valve stems. The sensor is held to the valve stem by a tiny hex head screw. I have this screwdriver kit that I got for mainly repairing small electronics, but it also came in pretty handy for this project. I used a 2mm hex head bit to back the screw out to separate the sensor from the valve stem. There was nothing wrong with my valve stem, so I didn't really want to fool with them. My plan was to just replace the sensors. I used 2 scrap pieces of wood to make some space between the tire and the rim. The existing sensors were held in place by a different screw. In this case it was a Torx T10. This screw is at a weird angle, so it's a little hard to get to. I'm sure you can get at it with some kind of ratchet with all the right attachments. In my case, this screwdriver kit included this bendy attachment that I'd never had a reason to use until now, but it ended up working perfectly for this. I backed the screw out and then the old TPMS sensor came right out. And side by side of the old and the new here, they look like they're almost identical. I knew I was pushing my luck, so I decided to put a towel on the inside of the tire here. The last thing I wanted was to drop a small part and have to fish it out of the tire. I installed the new TPMS sensor right where the old one was. The screws that came with the new sensors fit the threads on the old valve stem, so everything went together without too much trouble. Alright, so first sensor down, I took my beach towel out and removed the wooden blocks. Apologies for the camera being out of focus here. Most of my anxiety for this project was about getting the tire back on the bead. This part was a little fiddly, and I wish I had some advice on a surefire way to get a tire back on the bead, but I don't. Just keep working at it and repositioning it and trying to keep the inside of the tire against the side of the rim. Once you hear the tone of the air going into the tire change from a depressing whooshing right back out to a satisfying filling the tire sound, you'll know you got it. After there's enough pressure, you'll see the tire pop back onto the bead. At that point you can just fill it to whatever the recommended amount is. That is, unless you're an idiot like me, who forgot to put the valve stem core back in, so I had to watch all that perfectly good air escape. Then I put the valve stem core back in, and I aired it up to 36 pounds. Alright, so with the first tire done, I put it back on the truck and put the lug nuts back on. I lowered the truck back down and then moved on to the driver's side front. The jack points for the front are the frame rails, just look for these arrows. At every stage I moved the tire chocks to the wheel that was diagonally opposite to the one I was working on. So at this point I had the rear passenger side tire chalked. And again, once I had the truck up high enough in the air here, I sat it down on a jack stand, used my impact to take off the lug nuts, and then took the tire off. And same as before, I used the removal tool to remove the valve stem core to let the air out. Once the air was out, I sprayed the tire with soapy water, slid the bead buster into position between the tire and the rim, tightened the clamp down, and then used my impact again to lower the ramming foot to break the bead. And in case you needed to see it again, same thing with the wood, same thing with the towel, same thing with the screwdriver with the bendy attachment to take the old TPMS sensor out and to put the new TPMS sensor back in. I removed the wood blocks and towel and actually remembered to put the valve core back in this time. And again, I fiddled with it until I got the tire to grab the inside of the rim, inflated it until it popped back on the bead, and then the rest of the way to 36 pounds per the door placard. Alright, so second tire done, I put it back on the truck and tightened the lug nuts back down. I removed the jack stand and sat the truck back down. At this point I was 50% done with the project, but you've pretty much seen 100% of what's involved insofar as replacing the sensors at least. I turned the truck around to get started on the other side. There's not a lot to see here, so I'll skip through this. It's the exact same stuff though. I actually invited my handsome clone to come help. Jack the truck up in the air, set it down on the jack stands, take the tire off, remove the valve cores to let the air out, spray soapy water, put bead buster into place, bust beads, same old scam with the wooden blocks and the beach towel, remove the old sensors, install the new sensors, remove the towel and blocks, and put the valve core back in, not always in the same order. Have a battle of wills with the tire until it gets on the bead. 36 pounds of pressure, back on the truck you go, rattle gun the lug nuts, and set the truck back down. Then navigate that awkward moment that the clones of Jack from 30 Rock had.
We're obviously all thinking it, so I'm just gonna say it. We're gonna have sex with each other, right? Yeah. Oh my.
Alright, so for programming the new TPMS sensors, I saw a few different methods online of how to do this. One way was to turn the ignition on but not start the truck, and press the hazard button 6 times. The truck will sound the horn once, and then show this message to train left front tire. Then the idea was that you could let air out of the tire until the truck would detect the sensor, but that didn't work. I thought maybe the sensors needed to be woken up, so I took it on a quick drive and then tried again. Still didn't work. At this point I went back to Amazon and bought this Motorcraft TPMS programmer. There's not a lot to it, it's just a tool with a single button. I tried using the same method of ignition on and hazard 6 times. Train left front tire. I held the programming tool near the valve stem and pressed the button, but it still wasn't working. Somewhat discouraging. So giving credit where it's due, I found this channel from a guy appropriately named MacGyver. In one of the comments he describes a different training mode you can enter to program new TPMS sensors. I got this to work by having the key in the ignition, press and release the brake pedal, and we're not starting the truck, but we turn the key on, off, on, off, on, press and release brake, then turn the key off, on, off, on, off, on. On that last turn, you should hear the horn once, and the truck will re-enter TPMS training mode with the message to train left front tire. I was curious, so I tried letting some air out, but that didn't work. However, when I used the Motorcraft TPMS programmer, it immediately picked it up. When the truck detects the sensor, it honks once and then changes the message to train right front tire. So I went to the right front tire and same thing, now train right rear tire. And finally, train left rear tire. Training complete. And just to confirm, I went back into the driver assist and tire pressure. The tire pressure readings were showing again, and I knew they were accurate based on all the air I let out when I was trying to train the driver's side front. So I topped off that tire, and I'm calling this one fixed. I hope this video was helpful. If you also have an F-150 with failed TPMS sensors, hit like if this helped you out, and thanks for watching.